Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Cosmic Eclipse. And what we're going to do, we're going to look at the top 10 chase cards. I've done the sums on it and how far they've moved north in the last 12 months. Now, I'm a sealed collector through and through. I do still buy a couple of singles of cards that I like, but predominantly I spend my money on sealed product. I think it's a little bit safer, but then, hey, looking at Cosmic Eclipse, the gains these cards have seen over the last 12 months. And in fact, all the tag team sets. Team up as well. I'm going to do a video on the top 10 cards and that and just how far and quickly north they've moved in the last 12 months. But, you know, hats off where it's due. Like these 4 tag team sets are just phenomenal sets. And I can tell you now, they're not going to get any cheaper. It's almost like real estate to me. The best time to buy is yesterday. You know, if you've been thinking about a Unified Minds booster box, pull the trigger. It ain't getting any cheaper. In 6 months' time, it's not going to be cheaper. It's going to be dearer. Unbroken Bonds, been thinking about it, buy it now. It's not going to get any cheaper. In 12 months' time, it's probably going to be 150 or 200 US dollars dearer. So buy it now is my advice when it comes to tag team sets if you want them as part of your sealed collection. Now, it sort of brings about, it almost brings about this chicken and egg scenario with me. What is it? The singles price is rising and the booster box pricing rising. You know, what causes that rise, or which one I suppose comes first? Is the fact of you know, does the increase in singles prices therefore increase the booster box price, or is the fact that the booster box is getting scarcer and rarer and there's less fresh pulls and that's going up in price? Does that drag the price of the singles up? Is it solely a demand-based thing from people just wanting, you know, some fantastic-looking cards and some fantastic-looking artworks? Probably a bit of everything, to be honest, but like I was saying, credit where credit is due. Cosmic Eclipse is a stunning set. There's so many cards now north of 100 US dollars raw, and there's so many cards north of $50 US raw. I just like to see a good Pokemon card set. I feel like, you know, the latter Sun and Moon block with those 4 tag team sets, and also a fair few of the Sword and Shield block sets, you know, we haven't seen that sort of quality of sets with so many chase cards in a long time. In all honesty, probably not until really the EX series. And by quality, I mean, you know, 20 plus cards over 50 US dollars. Like, that is quality. That's, you know, there's demand, customers want it, they're absorbing it up, it's driving prices up. That is quality. Artwork, good cards, good chase cards, just well done, hats off. Anyway, enough of pumping up Cosmic Eclipse's tires. Let's jump in. So I've done all the data here. Let's start off with number 10. So Mallow and Lana. And this is all straight off TCG Player. It's the last 12 months. So 12 months ago, this card was $29.74, and it's now $88 and $83.23. So this card in the last 12 months as a percentage gain is up 179%. And that's what I was saying at the start when I was saying I'm a sealed collector through and through. But, you know, man, I wish I'd bought a fair few of these, hey? Because they've moved price rapidly in the last 12 months, more than any sealed product has. So beautiful artwork on this card, 179% up in the last 12 months. Moving along, number 9. Now, this is the only downer from this list. It's actually gone down a smidgen in price. The only rainbow card as well on this list, which is the Charizard and Braixen Rainbow. So was $102.49, now $101.67 in 12 months. So it's actually a 0.8% loss. Not a whole lot of love for rainbow cards, I'll be honest. Are they ever going to get their time in the sun? Possibly. I'm not the biggest fan of them. I much prefer the coloured artwork counterparts. So, hey, this is the only card on the list which hasn't really moved. In fact, you know, you could almost argue it stayed pretty much the exact same. But hey, still north of $100 raw, this card. Moving along, number 8, the Reshiram and Zekrom. So $35.55 12 months ago, now $114.63. 222%. Yep, 222% increase in the last 12 months. And, you know, what a cool looking card. If you see these cards in the flesh, if you haven't got yourself one, just go buy one. You know, you're not really not gonna lose out on one. Go buy one. Buy one of these tag team sort of almost alt art looking cards and just have a look at the texture, the color, the artwork. They deserve the price shift that they've had. They really do. Buy yourself one and just look at it because they're beautiful looking cards. So number 7, another good one of the trainers, red and blue. 12 months ago, this was $52.96. Now it's $116.72. So it's seen 120% shift north in price. This is just crazy, isn't it? Number 6, we'll keep going through them, is the Blastoise and Piplup. So 12 months ago, this was $44.69. Now you're looking at $133.37. That is a 198% increase in price. So nearly 200%. That sort of rounds out the bottom 5. This one is classed as an alt art, and it's a beautiful, beautiful looking artwork on that card. That rounds out the bottom 5, and boy, there's some hits there, isn't there? And like I was saying, I've mentioned it twice now in the video, but like I was saying, it really made me wish I'd bought some of these. Like, you just don't get 200% growth from a sealed product in a 12-month period. I've just, other than Evolving Skies moving so rapidly, but even that's in the last 12 months, that's moved so far north, has sort of seen, 120% increase in growth. So it's not to the level of these cards. So let's move on. We've got 5 to go. Number 5, Lily's Full Force, an extremely, extremely popular trainer card. There's the awesome card from Ultra Prism, which is one of the most expensive waifu cards you can buy. So Lily, a fan favorite in the waifu world. This card 12 months ago was $63.24. And now it's currently $153.39. So it's seen 142% growth in the last 12 months. It is a good looking card. It certainly is. Number 4, Cynthia and Caitlin. Couple of bad girls on this one. So it was $60.59, now $155.83. So this has seen 157% growth in the last 12 months. And if you're looking at the similarities in this, you can almost argue most things on average have gone up or have gone up 150%. That's just huge numbers. What are we up to? Number 3, the top 3. Bringing up on here. Beautiful card. I'm not the best at pronouncing this. Solgala and Lunala. $44.58. This one has seen the most growth out of any card in Cosmic Eclipse in this top 10 in the last 12 months. So $44.58 12 months ago, now $183.27. So this card has risen 311% in the last 12 months. 300%. Is there anything? Imagine if you bought yourself 10 raw copies of this. Yep, okay, that was $440. Well, yep, you spent $440. Now you got $1,830. Like, well and truly 3x your money. Like, that's just crazy price shifts. Number 2, this card is actually just, and they have been switching between each other, but this card's just been taken over and been knocked off from its number 1 spot. It's the Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia alternate art. So 12 months ago, this card was $91.92, and now it's $219.38. So it has still seen 138% uptick in the last 12 months. Beautiful card, quite often sits around that top spot and swaps it around our number 1, which you probably might, well, if you're a Cosmic Eclipse fan, figured out by now. That is an awesome artwork, by the way. I really, really like that card. The alt art, obviously got that statue form. Beautiful, beautiful looking card. Number 1, the Rosa, $115.88 12 months ago. Now it's $219.98. So it actually just pips the previous card, Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia, by 60 cents to make it as the most expensive card you can currently buy in the Cosmic Eclipse set. That's still it's a 93% increase in the last 12 months for that card. And what you've probably seen from this list in the top 10 is, you've still got the trainer gallery there. Like that beautiful Pikachu card with Red standing there in front of Pikachu. Like, it's not even close to the top 10. In fact, it's not even top 15. It only just makes it into the top 20. That's how strong a set Cosmic Eclipse is. So that's the top 10. The prices have moved so far north. A couple of takeaways from this set. What it can tell us from the investing side when it comes to sealed product is, you can't just rely on one or two big chase cards for a set to be successful. You need some balance throughout the set. You need some volume throughout the set for chase cards. That's why something like a Chilling Reign, that's what I keep harping on about it, but it's just got that depth. It's got depth and balance and volume. I really think, that card is going to move, that set is going to move north quickly because of that. And even looking at this set, like, yes, you've got that nice trainer gallery of Pikachu, but, there's not really a heap of fan favorite Pokemon cards in this set. I know there's the Rainbow Charizard and Braixen, but it's not a heavily Charizard reliant set. So that's, I think, one definite takeaway is, if you look at a set and it's got a heap of depth, it should perform well. So if you look at the Sword and Shield block, yeah, like I said, Chilling Reign has a heap of depth. The later sets, the later sets with the trainer galleries have some depth to them. Also, of course, Evolving Skies just has so many hits above $10, so many hits above $50. That's got some real depth to it with chase cards, so that's always going to perform well. So that's that's definitely probably the first thing we can take away from Cosmic Eclipse. The second thing is, if you just see those cards with beautiful artwork and beautiful texture, it just means good things, I think. Good things for the cards as singles and good things as the sealed product. And I think that's one thing that's missing in Scarlet and Violet with a lot of these art rares. They're just sort of they're a bit flat. Like, I really, really like the textured look. And if you see that in, obviously, the special illustration rares, but I sort of wish it had flown on a little bit more. But anyway, there's still some great artworks coming from this new Scarlet and Violet block. Anyway, what do you think? What do you think about the price movements for Cosmic Eclipse? Leave me some comments down below. Were you lucky enough to buy up some? Did you see some big gains? Have you bought all 10 of them? Have you bought one of them? Have you bought multiple copies if you're a singles collector? Have you bought multiple copies of something that's moved really far north in price and you've made huge profits off it? Please let me know down below. I would love to hear your success stories. I wasn't so lucky with Cosmic Eclipse. I've got that Pikachu. I really like that as part of the trainer gallery. Other than that, I don't have any of these top 10. So if you've got them, please let me know. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Catch you next time.